Atlantia vivere, Atlantia vincere, Atlantia victor. My dear friends, I wish to make this video for my sister Artemis, and don't worry, dear Brittany, for the fact that I'm not sending this video only to you but also to other people, because anyway, even with my encryption on my hard drive, the spies are spying everything: the Illuminati, the Templars, the Dragons, the Dova, the Freemasons, everyone. And yes, the local anti-Masons, the Brotherhood of Nod, I mean the Great White Brotherhood, of the Brotherhood of Human Life. I'm calling them Brotherhood of Nod because there was that series of games called Command and Conquer, many of which feature beautiful women. And there was that Brotherhood of Nod, which symbolizes the anti-Masons here in the East, and United I don't know what, which symbolizes the thing in the West. So this, and also we have Star Trek, where the Romulan Star Empire is the Romanian Star Empire, and the Jewish Alliance is the Ferengi Alliance, and the Cardassian Union is the Russian Union, and the Klingon Empire is the Japanese Empire, and the Chinese is the Dominion, and the United Federation of Planets is USA, and so on. And the Bajorans are Greeks or Europeans? Greeks, I think, yes, and I'm Macedonian. And I wish to say that in Macedonia, this thing that is happening to me from the last 8 years, at least since 2007, is unacceptable. Yes, in Macedonia many kings and emperors were slaughtered, even brutally in the streets. Yes, maybe that gypsy man, Victor, Vasile Angel Paun, which tells me that I would have been killed in the street in Macedonia because he's also Macedonian and he is king and emperor, and he believes himself to be a god, because everyone believes themselves to be gods and heroes and demigods and demigoddesses and goddesses in Macedonia. But you know, Apollo and Artemis are reserved names, like Hephaestus and Athena and Dionysus and Aphrodita. They are not usually used. Most people there believe to be only Achilles or Poseidon or Zeus or some other heroes like Aeneas or Polus or something like that. And I'm making this video for you today, dear Artemis, because I have decided to pass all my powers to you. It is the 1st of March 2015. You know that on 1st of March every year we celebrate the union between Atlantia and Lemuria, and I wish to show to you the symbol, because I know that you Lemurians care greatly for symbols. Sorry for the interruption. You see, the white and red straw. 1st of March with all my love, beautiful girl. Perhaps I shall open this, because I haven't opened it in a long time. I have bought this in 2011 or 2010, and I don't wish to ruin it, but I wish to show you yes, the straw. This is the white and red straw, which symbolizes the union between Atlantia and Lemuria. And I know that you're the voice of fire, like I'm the voice of water, and these two ends symbolize the great gods Apollo, the white one, and Artemis, the red one. And you have to decide, dear Artemis, today how long your mandate shall be. If you have children, I know that you have children, perhaps you shall opt for the women or female lengths of 6 years of 400 days each, plus when you work ethically, plus 12 months of 20 days each when you work consciously, plus 12 days of 1 day each when you work spiritually. On the other hand, you have the full freedom to choose the length, which is the male length or the masculine length, of 13 years of 400 days each when you work ethically, plus 26 months of 20 days each when you work consciously, plus 52 days of 1 day each when you work spiritually. And I must add that the laws of Atlantia are holy, and I keep them in great respect. I know that I should have renounced my divine mission at the end of my 5,772 days, which was back on 6th of July, if I remember correctly, or 7th of August. However, I did not do that, and all my mischief, all my pains, my great pains that I have now at my spinal column and my left knee and my left hand broken since April last year, and that my teeth and my spinal column broken in 3 places, come largely from the fact that I did not quite respect the laws of Atlantia, because the laws of Atlantia tells us that I have to work ethically for the set period, and consciously for the set period, and spiritually for the set period, but unfortunately I mixed up things and I prolonged my periods, and during the ethical period I also did the conscious and spiritual things, and also in the conscious and the spiritual period I did the conscious and ethical things, which are lower level things, and I remained in the lower level. This is a problem with all the pretors. They remained in the lower levels, and they did not dedicate enough resources for the spiritual and material advancement, not material and spiritual advancement of the white race of Atlantia. And I did that mistake, and after that, after the 7th of August, I felt compelled to write more about spirituality and more about the Atlantean Mayan calendar and more about these things. And so I did broke the law of Atlantia, you know. And the fact that now I have a penal trial on me comes from the fact that there are many nervous people here in Romania who believe in their great stupidity that I shall continue as a long-lived dictator, as a dragon, as an emperor of Lemuria, that I shall become, because that Slugoi Laurențiu Marin told me that I shall be offered to be emperor of Atlantia, and this is a trap, that if I accept this they will kill me. So this is democracy and change of power are taken very seriously in Atlantia and in Europe and in North America. So you shall not make the same mistakes I did. Of course, these people in their great unconsciousness, they mistake the fact that I am making messages public on the net, and I'm talking about what happened in the history of Atlantia 4 billion years ago, with helping Romania today, which are 2 different issues. So working in a political fashion is totally different from working in ethical and conscious and spiritual fashion for Atlantia, and this is totally different from remembering the technologies of Atlantia and giving them to the world, or giving the technologies to the world. I did in my active mandate. I did not surpass the active mandate. I did that in November 2013, if I remember correctly. So since my mandate ended on 7th of August 2014, that act, which probably will grant me 11 Nobel Prizes in Physics and so on and so forth, shall, or maybe less or maybe more, shall be consider to be a conscious act, to help. Of course, the people of Romania believe that I am not Zamox and I am not inclined to tell them what to do with that technology, so probably you will have to research them on your own. And if you wish to find them, you can search for importantstuff.rar or my Google account, or rather the Google Docs account, which is called the Ozymankos account. You can also search the web for Atlantean Technology.docx. All this stuff I placed in various places on the net, also on Dropbox, also on Microsoft sites, on other various infinite storage sites. They are put on the net or on 5 or 6 different places. So now I must tell you the truth, dear Artemis. I don't trust and I don't love the Lemurians which seek to come to Europe and teach us the Lemurian ways and attack with machine guns, with explosives. But on the other hand, I have full trust in you. I have watched some of the movies recently, and I have recognized you. I know that you have my face, and I am fully confident in you. And don't be mistaken by the fact that I wrote to Kesha and to others that they are Britney Spears, they are Artemis. I did that to protect, also to other girls in Romania, I did that to protect your true identity. And I know that you have worked hard for Lemurians, and I know that it is my duty to give the omen of leadership to you. So I shall give you the omen of leadership. Just wait a second to move my bed a little, because I don't have a bed. I have 2 stacked mattresses, or how the hell they are called, but I also have a staff of leadership. Not that sword. Ooh. Yes. Ooh. So this is my staff of leadership. It is filled with dirt, unfortunately. Yes, it is not actually the Atlantean staff of leadership, because they don't trust me, they don't give it to me. But you know, I have recovered it from Alex Molinash, and I wish to give it to you, and I wish to say this. I am the voice of water, which speaks with the voice of thunder until it breaks the stone, until I break the stone. I am the Praetor of the Great Council of Atlantia, although I have resigned on 14th last month, on 14th of February. You have the freedom to accept the position of Praetor of Atlantia. You have the freedom to reject it, and you also have the freedom to ignore it. These freedoms come with no penalty and no loss of honor. There is no dishonor in ignoring or rejecting this proposal. But I am calling you now, Artemis. I am calling you now, great goddess. I am calling you now, my divine sister, master of I am the great god Apollo, master of philosophy and arts, also master of purity, civilization and progress. And you are the great goddess Artemis, master of hunting, games and sports. And I am calling you now. And the 13 arts are the eloquence, the sculpture, the painting, the music, the dance, the poetry, the theater, the opera, the film, the literature, the video games, the photography and the graphics, computerized graphics, and more. And I'm presenting myself now in front of all the gods of the north, and I tell them that I have led Atlantia for 6,010 days, although I should have led it for only 5,772 days, but I beg their forgiveness because I did this in order to break the 6,000 mark and relieving my holy people from the curse which I have inflicted on them 5,000 years ago, when I was Artemis and they killed me. And there are only 22 days remaining from the interregnum dios, from the transitional period, which lasts 260 days or 13 uinals or months of 20 days each. And I wish to make this public, that from now on I, the great god Apollo, consider myself relinquished of all the debts which I have towards the Romanian people, towards Europe and towards North America, towards Australia and New Zealand and Japan and all the other places on this planet, and China and Tibet, and I shall go and visit them, but I shall not work for them in my life. But I shall not consider myself relinquished from the debt which I have towards Agartha, and I shall work for 15 years or 3 years until they kill me for them. And with great responsibility I tell them that I have worked hard for Romania and for Atlantia for these 6,010 or 11 days, and I deeply apologize for all my trespassings of the law which were necessary for breaking the curse. And I deeply apologize for my swears and threats which are necessary for becoming myself after my parents tormented me and the society tormented me. I ask forgiveness from the gods of the south, from the gods of the east, from the gods of the west, from the gods of the north, for the fact that I am not presenting myself like this in front of them, but I am in great pain at my left knee, at my teeth and at my spinal column, and I was powerless to raise myself from my bed during the Dragobete feast, which lasted from 24th to 26th, and I have not left my home in the past 7 days. So my dear sister Artemis, I love you very much. I trust you more than I trust all my 12 dragons. And we shall meet again. I know that we are like the sun and the moon, we never meet each other. And I know where you are, and I have your address, and I shall come to you, although your husband or lover may object to this. So this is it, my dear Artemis. I am calling you now, in the name of Atlantia, in the name of Lemuria, and I consider all my debts to Lemuria paid. Goodbye.